trying to do color today, which is always fun until it's not. It's looking like a fucking mess right now. I was trying to go for an orange and blue thing, but then that screen looks so good like that. So, I don't know. Just trying to have faith in the fact that I always figure it out in the end. Damn.
Glad to see you, Rio. Apparently,
Anniversary. Because they know we got married here. Don't look over there.
Close up. So it's the next day, and I'm just doing a lot of technical things like attributing the right tint to everything. So it's just been a bunch of really annoying technical shit to clean up everything. This little light on the computer, it might be this one, or it might be this one, or it might be this one. but at a smaller thing. It probably wouldn't reach all the posters behind this, so I would have to... Yeah. The part that's really difficult for me is accepting that this was today and I have to wait for tomorrow now. And this was all that I could do. And I got closer, but I didn't finish it. It's the next day. Or the day after, I don't know. Point is, it turned out. I'm so happy with it now. I love all the colors. It's kind of mix and matchy, but that's kind of the point. And I straightened it up a little bit. Added some other lines. So I finished the drawing. It's been days, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. And it's kind of crazy to me how, like, I'll put it up, how I was able to tick off like all the different criteria that I had for it. Like, I kind of made my own cage, and the puzzle became, how do I satisfy this? How do I tick every box of like, I want it to have blue borders and I want it to have this orange and blue complementary color story, and I want it to have this particular shading style and everything. So the puzzle just became iteration and iteration, and that was the thing that broke the flow and made me question things. But I did say I'm gonna figure it out, and I think I did. And suddenly I have people like complimenting the use of color, and I'm like, oh, if only you knew that uh, I was so uncertain of it, because maybe when you look at it, it looks so intuitive. Like, yeah, that's what the color would be, but this was my first attempt. I'll put it up. And man, this is just uncomfortable to look at. And I don't usually talk in like technical terms, but if I had to theorize what's wrong with this, it's probably that the color is spread out too evenly. Like, yes, orange and blue are a complementary pair, they work, but it's usually when it's like 70% blue and 30% orange, or vice versa. Whereas this, they're like 50-50, they're at war. And there's a third one. The pink is way, way, way too strong. It's like taking up a third of the page. It's like in the speech bubbles, it's really, really on her skin. And everything is just, yeah, that's the crazy thing, is you can't tell what's wrong when you're at this stage. So you have to take days off and you have to look at it with new eyes. And I hate that because I want it to be done as quickly as possible. So yeah, then we flip to what it ended up being, and it's like, I can breathe again. This one, it just works so much better. And what I did was basically, like, if you look at this drawing and squint, it's basically a blue page. It's a blue drawing. Um, I reduced the opacity of the orange. I reduced the orange in general and the sky behind her, and that was like such a big step. Um, and then I reduced the pink as well, and everything kind of became a game of, okay, what do I make more blue? And I like this because the pink really has space on the page now. Like, to me, the page is just a blue and orange color study now. You kind of get it in the sky, the bag of chips, the desk, um, part of the saver on her computer. But then you have these touches of pink, and I like that they're not at war with anything. They kind of just feel um, unintentional. And how I conveyed every like story beat, I'm quite happy with that as well, because you start with a really strong hook in the first panel, which is a bunch of shit to look at on the screen. And I think that's even more important than establishing a setting. It's like a hook that you can have loads of things to look at. Um, and then in the next one, we establish the setting, and it's Gale, this character's bedroom, which is one of my favorite places to draw. And yeah, I also drew it from this angle that I don't usually draw in, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. But anyway, then we have the main panel of the page, which is where we spend the most time pretty much. It's where all the dialogue bubbles are. And yeah, I'm very happy with that one. Like, you can sort of see the subtle expression on her face. You can see the little creature, Ono, and a bunch of cool details like that beanbag. That was really fun to draw. And then the next one is just like a little zoom in, and the one after that one was another tricky one because I had such little space left because of the speech bubbles that I had to convey both of them kind of doing something in that really limited space. And initially it was going to be her holding up the creature, but um, it was kind of too tiny to convey that. So I'm happy with the choice that I made in the end, though, because she looks pretty coy and relaxed, while the creature is very clearly like trying to scratch at her or something. And then when it comes to the shading, I settled for this airbrushed kind of thing. It's different from the other pages for sure. Like, the other ones had shading that was outlined, and I don't know what you call that, but just like, hand drawn shading, whereas this was all airbrushed on. And partly because I've been watching Devilman Crybaby again, and that's a very flat style. I was kind of inspired. I don't think this emulates that kind of Devilman Crybaby vibe, but it was definitely a helpful direction to head into for this drawing. And then when it comes to the speech bubbles, like, for the first time I've done this all caps font, and I've done these very square speech bubbles because that's just what the drawing felt like it wanted, and that's kind of how I approach each of these pages, that again, they just contained stories. I mean, that just contained scenes, part of this like larger fictional world that I have going on. So that's the shading, speech bubbles, and I'm just really happy with the fact that I was able to tick all of these things off that I wanted, and I got all my like initial instincts to be happy. Because I mean, if you look at the the first attempt, and what it ended up being side by side. That's the crazy thing to me, is that, when you have the initial vision, it's that. But your first honest attempt at making that ends up being the other thing. And the frustrating part that I'm still trying to deal with is that um, you can't really tell what's wrong. Like, it's just constant, really tedious iteration. It's kind of like day by day, things are slowing down. I'm like questioning everything about my style and what I wanted it to be. I'm like, can I even have what I wanted it to be originally? And it's like, yeah, my instincts were good, and that's a sign of that. It's just, I'm still in my journey with drawing in general. So, yeah, it just takes some time, but you have to have faith. And yeah, I'm just slowly like expanding on this world, and it's very fun. And it stopped raining, and I miss the rain. So,